certain homes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the tough part about my job is not everybody qualifies.
Right.
I'm 47 years old. I've been with this company for over a year. I've helped out over 50 different homes.
Yeah.
In that year.
Yeah.
And everybody's really satisfied who's been able to go. And I help people in their 20s all the way up to 97 was my oldest family that I helped.
Yeah, yeah.
So people do it for different reasons. Most
Yeah.
people do it, for the money in the pocket.
Yeah.
Because everybody's kind of feeling the pain with that electric bill. And I'm sure you guys got that public notice about the Smart Power Grid project.
No,
Oh.
what's that about?
Okay, so what you see is like all these people that go solar, it's not that they hit the lottery or anything like that, but the government has money in place for people like yourself. I mean,
Right.
would you consider yourself on a budget, or you can just spend whatever you want? I mean,
On electricity or what?
no, just in general, because some people say I got too much money, it doesn't matter, but some people that are on a budget.
No,
Would
yeah,
you
I'm
consider
budget,
yourself more on a budget kind of deal? Yeah, no worries, myself, I know he is, I mean,
Yeah.
most people are. So, the tough part is, like, this is the toughest part of my job, is, especially when somebody says they're really not interested, a lot of times they just haven't been well informed.
Yeah.
And the guy I use, Robert Cooper, he's like the best energy specialist that I've ever met, and I've met a lot of them, but I work with him hand in hand.
Yeah.
I make sure I just set appointments up for him.
Yeah.
And then he would come out, he has like a little vest like me. And it takes about 15 minutes, but it's just like an energy savings report. So, like, how long have you owned your home?
Like 7 years, I think.
Oh, congratulations, yeah, so you're doing good. So when you own your truck?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the premise, like, a lot of people go solar because of the money. A lot of people go solar because they want to have more control over their house and also owning your power, because there's no longer a lease like it used to be. There are some cases that people got leases on systems, and that wasn't a good situation.
Right, yeah, they're getting screwed,
Yeah, they really were getting screwed,
Yeah.
just like in any industry. Fortunately for us, the company I work for, we don't do leases unless it was like requested from a homeowner.
Right.
Some people request them, but if not, we do a UCC1 loan. The government takes care of the installation, all the permitting, everything's done. Like, you as a homeowner, you don't have to do anything. You get a bumper-to-bumper warranty if you do go solar.
Yeah.
And the difference is you take the money you're paying now at SRP, you spend less money, you pay it
towards the solar panels.
towards the solar panels.
Right.
And what happens is you feed into the grid, because what Robert would do is the kilowatts on your bill, I usually just get like the graph. Do you guys get it in the mail?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I usually just take a picture of the graph, and then I take a picture of your meter, and then I send it to Robert. And what he does a sun test, which I've already looked at your roof.
Yeah, we get it all day.
Google, you get it all day.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure you're aware, the sun is the largest conductor of electricity in the world.
Yeah.
So basically, when the sun goes up, your bills go down.
Yeah.
In the sense of this, because when the sun comes up, it's that's where you get your electricity from, and then when it's dark, you're feeding on what you had throughout the day.
Okay.
And it's like rollover minutes. So if you put more electricity in, it just keeps rolling over your minutes. Because you've been here for 7 years, you might have seen. Did you have the analog meter at first, or was it always the digital?
I was on the digital, on the first one.
So the Smart Power Grid project, the first phase was the smart meter. They made it digital so it can go backwards. See, the analog meters couldn't go backwards. That was phase one to go solar. So if you look on SRP's website, they have different plans, so you can do like, do you plan on getting an electric vehicle anytime soon? Or do you have a pool? I didn't know if you got a pool or not.
Yeah, we got a pool.
Oh, okay, so you got a pool. So, like you said, some of your neighbors got mad because of the bills. Like, they've been seeing 300 or 400s.
Yeah.
Some people are seeing 80. Where would you fall on that?
That's about average. Summertime, it's like 380, and then wintertime drops out to like 2-1 something.
Yeah, so
That'd be crazy.
yeah, that's high. You really,
How much is your guys' payment for your top tier, your biggest system?
So it's a good question, and I appreciate the confidence.
Yeah.
I never would mislead a customer, but I will tell you this.
Yeah.
Mr. Broadnax that we just did, he got 37 panels, and his bill used to be $400 and $500 a month. Now his bill's $213 a month, and that's
37 pounds.
And that's 37 panels, which
37.
I don't think this house would need 37 panels, but I'm not sure. That's why I wouldn't even really guess. I'm just letting you know at his house, and he had a pretty big house and a pool.
Yeah.
That's why I was using his example.
Yeah.
To give you another idea, we did another gentleman's house, and their payments were only $150 per month
Yeah.
on the panels. They had less panels, but they
But
produced.
they use less.
They use less. So let's say you use 25,000 kilowatts per year. Robert would set you up maybe 30 or 35,000 kilowatts per year. So you'll overproduce.
Yeah.
And with SRP, you only want to be around 60 to 70% offset.
Yeah.
Because you're still connected to the grid with SRP.
Yeah.
So you don't want to overproduce because they don't buy it back as much as they do with
So you're giving them
APS.
free energy kind of deal.
What's that?
You're giving them free energy pretty much, or?
Well, no, because they're gonna buy back, but they buy it at a smaller rate.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So if you overproduce it, would it make sense? Because you'd have a higher bill. Like in APS, I can do a 200% offset and people are getting back $30, $40, $50 a month.
Yeah.
Checks from APS.
Right, yeah, I heard about that, yeah.
Can't do that with SRP. So it's a
Yeah.
little bit different. But he can lock in your rate. He can put your payments off for 12 to 18 months.
Mhm.
He also can give you $500 to $1,000 the day they install it, based on if you needed like anything particular done, like doors or something, like
Yeah.
front door, some energy efficient. If you needed a new windows or
Yeah.
new AC or new pool pump, he can put that in and still get your payments lower. And the great thing is, you never come out of any money out of pocket. So like right now, if you call SRP and you say, can I have no payments for the next 12 months? That's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
Once you go solar, he can do that for you. So for a whole year, you don't even have payments. He can give you money on time of installation. Your payments are guaranteed. It's a 25-year bumper-to-bumper warranty by the lender, Goodly, by our company, Awake, and by the people who come install it. So that's 3 different 25-year bumper-to-bumper warranties that you get. So you're covered, and they're
For
good
25 years.
for 25 years. Yeah, it's 25 years bumper-to-bumper. I think one of them is like a 30-year for something.
Other than this, another question. Shit. Okay. About the government, you said the government covers the install, whatever, is that based on income, or is that based on, or the government just has, whoever
No, I
wants to
think-
take it?
Well, yes and no, because not every home qualifies as far as, sometimes people don't pay their bills, so they're not gonna qualify, because they do a soft credit check.
Oh, no, I have good.
But if,
credit.
okay, so, and they go by the roof, so like, let's say you needed a new roof, they'd stop at that point saying we can't do it, but then we can even put a roof on there for you and it'd still be less than what you're paying now. So at some cases, we've actually put roofs on people's houses, still gone solar and lowered their payment. And it's,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
but
because you bundled it into the actual loan.
bundle it into the actual loan, yes, sir.
Well, this roof got done when they, when we purchased the house, it got done.
Oh, so it's like,
So it should be pretty much brand new, so.
yeah, so that, and they also go by
How
the sun.
Oh, okay.
So, and you get crushed by the sun, you don't have any shade.
Yeah.
So you would qualify, and if you have good credit, so 9 out of 10 times if Robert came, he can show you a good, basically like an in game.
Yeah.
Because right now what's happening is everybody's just paying for their electricity and you not have nothing at the end. Like you don't rent a house because at the end you wanna own your home.
Right.
You buy your cars, whether you pay cash or finance,
Yeah.
you're trying to own your cars,
Yeah.
so when you pay it off, you have it. It's the same thing with the solar, because when you just pay for SRP, and you know they went up last November, they're going up
Yeah.
again this November,
Mhm.
so when it goes up, your bill keeps going up, but when you go solar, it actually grandfathers you in like 20 years ago, and it's a lock fixing rate, and it cannot go up, so your payment is what your payment is.
Right.
You just tell Robert, like I always tell people, like if you plan on getting a different car, like an electric car, or doing an addition, let him know these kinds of things. Or if you have somebody moving in the house that's not living here, you know, the next few years, if you think stuff like that, just
Yeah.
kind of let him know, and they'll build a system according to that. That's why I love Robert, because
Oh, because you want to build the system to how much energy you're going to be using.
yes, sir.
Okay.
And see, that's the difference. See, that's
Yeah.
why I've helped a lot of people who even just said, no, man, we're not interested. And I kind of went through it, and then Robert came and showed them, because Robert is the professional. He comes out, he can answer all your questions.
Yeah,
and
he knows all the numbers and stuff.
He knows the numbers and can show you. So,
Yeah.
is your meter on this side or this side?
It's on that side.
That side. I don't have to go in the back, right?
No, it's right here.
All right. You have any waters by chance?
Waters?
Yeah,
Like
man.
a water bottle?
Water bottle.